1 year ago, I decided to change my life. But one thing I wasn't sure of was how to actually do that. I mean, what really is changing your life about? Is it getting that new job, finally getting married, finally moving to your own place, making six figures overnight? For hours and days, I was in search for how to become who I wanted to be, that version of myself that I knew that I could be, but just wasn't yet. Then I figured it out. Habits, habits, habits. They changed the game for me. They changed everything. At the beginning of the year, I was determined to go all in, commit to this list of habits every single day, every weekday, tracking them so that I can see my progress over time. And how did I learn a lot? In this video, I'll share 3 mindset shifts that played a crucial role in my transformation. And the best part is, you don't need perfect conditions or external validations to start feeling fulfilled and living your dream life. So, if you want to know how, let's get straight into it. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, on this channel, we're all about becoming the Proverbs 31 woman. Okay, and if you know anything about that, that means productivity, self development, and just becoming the best version of yourself and doing things that fulfill you and becoming who God wants you to be. So, as you can see from the title of this video, we're going to be talking about habits. And I'm not just going to be giving you a full list of habits, although if you want the habits that really changed my life, you can comment down below and I'll make that video. But in today's video, we're going to be going into the mindset, okay, the mindset behind the habits, okay, because if you just have this list, but you don't exactly know the right mindset that you're supposed to have when you are approaching your habits, tracking your habits, stacking, your following habits in general, it's going to be tough and you may not want to follow through with it. So yeah, we're going to be going into it. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so the first message that you have to have is that you have to shift from looking at habits as a way to get something to a way to be someone. Okay, the most practical way to change who you are is to change what you do. What you do every single day determines who you are. It's not about what you think you want to do, it's not about what you hope to do, it's about what you actually do. And the real reason that habits matter is not just because you can get better results, it's because you can change your identity through them and you can change the beliefs that you have about yourself. It's not about getting that job, it's about becoming someone who can get that job. It's not about getting six-pack abs, it's about becoming someone who can get those six-pack abs. It's about shifting from the mindset of doing these habits so that you can get the results you want to actually doing these habits because you know that these things that you're doing are helping you to become who you want to be. And also, when you think about habits in terms of your identity, you no longer look at habits like, okay, you're just ticking things off of your to-do list and you're just doing things just for the sake of doing them, but you are looking at it like you're actually embodying the qualities of who you want to be. They are qualities of the person that you want to be, not just habits that are just generic. James Clear, in his book Atomic Habits, puts it clearly: every action you take is a vote for the kind of person you wish to become. And this perspective completely shifts the focus from getting outcomes to the process of actually becoming, actually being a certain type of person. Because think about it. I mean, if you want to be a boss babe, you don't plan, you just react based on, different things that happen. You might find it hard to like see yourself as a boss babe who's on top of everything. Do you get? So if you know that you want to be a boss babe and if you know that you want to be someone that, is on top of things, you have to ensure that you put in those habits to make sure that you are that type of person. So you wake up early, you plan your work day before, journal, you make sure that you're self-aware, all of those things. Okay, so anytime you want to look at habits, don't look at it like, okay, these are just like 10 random healthy habits that I took from the internet. You have to look at it, okay, what kind of person do I want to be? And then you now look at it, okay, so if I want to be this kind of person, then what are the habits that I need to implement? Okay, so that's the way it works. In one of my favorite books, Atomic Habits by James Clear says this: habit tracking also keeps you honest. Most of us have a distorted view of our own behavior. We think we act better than we do, or we think we act worse than we do. Measurement offers one way to overcome our blindness to our own behavior and notice what's really going on each day. So the second mindset shift that I have is that you have to look at habits as a way to give yourself a huge reality check. If you're not tracking your habits, then how do you know you're really doing what you say you're gonna do? Even if I'm not seeing results, I'm putting in the work. So when it comes to habits, you have to track your habits. You cannot say, okay, I will just do it off of vibes. Tracking all the habits that you're sticking to every day serves as your portfolio of proof that you're actually doing the things that you want to do. They're actually moving towards your goals, that you're moving towards becoming the person that you want to be. And I love this because it also goes both ways. Okay, so if for instance you want to get a fit body, so you start working out, But of course, with working out, you don't exactly see the benefits straight away. You don't exactly see the difference straight away. And most times, once it's already 2 weeks, you notice that, well, I'm just gonna not do this again because I'm not really seeing the results. The beautiful thing about habit tracking is that you know that you have put in your best. So you can see the results that, okay, this is it. I have 90% over 100% in my, exercise. So I know that no matter what, even if I'm not seeing the results, I have been putting in the work, I have been putting in the reps, and that's all that matters. It just gives you that sense of, you know what, this is reality, because as humans we can tend to like focus more on the negative, and we may now like say, okay, even if you are doing it, maybe you're not doing it as well because you can't exactly see something. You can't get the satisfaction of taking off that box. You can't get the satisfaction of adding scores, and you just know that this is the result that I can get. Okay, this is my limit, and it really cannot get any better than this because I cannot do it any better than this. Okay, so of course, to habit track, there are so many different ways that you can do it. You can do it like using Notion templates, you can do it using apps. There are a lot of applications. You can even just like have like a board that you put and then you just like take off. Like there's so many different ways to habit track. You just have to choose the one that fits you best. But please, if you are not doing habit tracking, you have to understand that it's a mindset shift that you have to look at it like, okay, you get to not trick your mind, and you get to know that, okay, you are putting in the work. And the shift that we have is avoiding the all or nothing mindset. So when it comes to habits, you have to ensure that you do not look at performing your habits as a all or nothing thing. That, okay, if I don't do it really 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 well, and if I don't put my all into it, then I didn't complete the habit for the day. That's not how it works. No matter what, just like every small habit contributes to who you are, to the bigger scope of who you are. That is the way that just the tiniest bit of intensity that you put, just the tiniest bit of effort that you put, it compounds over time. Because for me, like instead of skipping activities that I couldn't do perfectly, I just focused on progress over perfection. Okay, I do not have to be perfect while doing this thing. I can just put in my best, because your best is not going to look the same every single time that you do it. Like, you're going to like, falter sometimes. Maybe you're going to be like sick. Maybe sometimes you're going to be like weak. Like, you just can't do it. And in your heart of hearts that you cannot do it. You have to give yourself the grace to. And I'm going to say that the habit tracking system that I created for myself really plays a huge crucial role here. Okay, because when it comes to like normal habit trackers that you just like take off the box, it kind of gives that all or nothing mindset. Like it kind of makes you feel like, okay, if I don't do it like 100%, I can't take off my box because I'm just lying to myself. Okay, so what me I did was that I used a point based system. So what that means is that every single day for each of my habits, I have 1 point. Okay, so if I did it really well, I crushed it, I left no crumbs, I'm gonna make it a 1/1. But if I know that maybe I could have done it better, but I still did it, I'll give myself a zero point 0.8 or maybe 0.5 if I gave halfway. So as you can see, when it came to like, because I'll show you my habit tracking this thing here. So when it came to like, me like looking at my overall score for like June, looking at my overall score for like July, all those little points added up. Do you get? So that's just like a really beautiful way. So I'm going to be releasing that template really soon because I feel like it's just like a game changer. Okay, when it comes to habits, like habits are not meant to be just all or nothing, that it's either you take it off or you don't. And then the last mindset shift that I have is that you have to stop looking at habits as individual habits that just are not connected, to actually creating a routine around your habits. Okay, so every single morning you should have a morning routine that includes the habits that you want to do in the morning. In the midday, you should have a midday routine that includes the habits that you want to do. In your evening routine, in your nighttime routine. Yes, I have 4 routines that I follow every single work day to make sure that my life is in order and I'm checking off all my habits every single day to the best of my ability. Because if you don't know when you're going to do something, child, it's going to be hard for you to do it, like honestly, because by knowing exactly when you want to do a particular habit, it's just going to make it easier to complete. Because if we know that thing about decision fatigue is real. Okay, you can be thinking, oh, I really want to do this, but I've not set the time to do it. So which habit should I do now? Should I work out now? Should I read my Bible now? Should I do my devotion now? which habit should I do? But when you know that you have already set time for every single habit, you already put every single habit in different routines at different times of the day, you don't have to think about it. You can just go on autopilot with it. You have to redesign your life so that the actions that you want to do are the easiest to achieve. So when you look at all of these people that seem to have their life together, seem to be doing all these healthy habits, it's because they have created the time to do it, because they have made that the easiest option available for them. Okay, they have a particular routine and they're sticking to it. I usually do this thing called a quarterly reset, where I take a whole week off, where I don't follow my schedule, I don't follow my routine. And I do that basically because I do not want to, just be doing the exact same thing all year long. I want to be able to give myself intentional breaks, because intentional breaks are so, so, so important. But every single time I take that quarterly reset, I literally hate my life because I'm always like, okay, so which one should I do next? Like, should I work on my business now? Should I work on French now? Like, which one should I do? But because I already have this particular schedule that I've created with my balanced life planner, every single week I plan, okay, this is the amount of hours that I want to work on this. And then I then put it into my time blocking app, and I'm good to go. Every single day I wake up, I know that yes, this is what I'm going to do. This is how many hours I'm going to spend on it. And if I get enough done, great. If I don't get enough done, it's all right. I have created time for it tomorrow. I will still get to it tomorrow. And that is the same thing with habits. Like, you just have to make sure that, every single time that you wake up, it's easy for you to just go on autopilot and just start doing things when you need to do them. Not start thinking of, okay, should I do this now? Should I do this now? How do I feel? Because, child, our feelings, if you want to follow your feelings, you feel like doing this, so you're just going to do it, it's going to be detrimental. Of course, with that one, I'm not saying that you shouldn't follow your feelings at all, but like, you can't honor your feelings every single day. Okay, you have to make sure that you have discipline to override your feelings when things matter, so that you can get things done. Okay, because once you have set your routine and you have put your habits in your routine, you no longer have to wait for inspiration to strike. You no longer have to wait to feel like doing it. You can just do it because you have planned it. Whether it's reading, working out, meditating, or any other habit, you don't have to decide that you want to do it. You can just follow your determined plan and get it done. Guys, that is that for this video. Thank you so much for watching. You are amazing. If you got to the end, you're amazing, and I love you. And I hope that this video has helped you, and the mindset shifts that you've gotten throughout this video can help you to start living your dream life. Okay, because trust me, guys, you do not even need results to feel like you're living your dream life. Okay, because every single thing that you're doing is just filling your cup, it's just making you who you want to be. So it's no longer about getting those results. You already have the results that you need, all of the results that you need. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you have not already. Like this video, comment down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. So the second mindset